good evening, and welcome to Saturday Night Live. Um, Today, okay, let me just give you guys a moment to set up. Um, Hello, the Dawn. Hello, Stephanie. Hi, Rita. Hello. Okay, so it's been exactly 2 weeks since the war started, and we're still in that war situation at the moment. Um, I just wanted to come on, say hello, just tell you what our experience has been and what is keeping us confident that we'll be safe, just basically gist. So, someone says, add me. Why? Yes, so Adabeke. Yes, and I started a countdown to my 40th birthday. It's in 39 days. I'm accepting cash because I do have a I have a ticket booked for 23rd. The way it's looking, that trip will not happen. So I'm going to start canceling things very soon. But in all, I remain grateful. I'll tell you like a crazy story about the trip that I planned. But meanwhile, my daughter is driving me crazy. One of them, she's just driving me up the wall. And sometimes I want to shout, your mother. And then I remember I'm the mother. What shall I do? Thank you. Oh, yeah, the war is crazy. So this war and my trips, plans and everything, but I'm going to just look at this period and everything that is happening with gratitude and thanks to my chi, because my husband had an FAT, a factory acceptance test in Spain. So he was supposed to go mid of February to Spain. And then when that trip got moved, I then said that I would travel before it so that I can come back and then he will go to Spain. And then in my planning, I realized, if I go earlier than when I planned, then it will be Ramadan. And because I was planning to go to Pakistan, Bangladesh, Muslim countries, I thought it was better to see them first in their elements, because countries tend to be more quiet, more subdued during Ramadan. So countries I will go to during Ramadan are countries that I have been to or lived in, like UAE, Egypt. I can go anytime because I already know the feel, in ordinary times, right? So then I moved things around and said, no, I wait till the end of Ramadan. And then my husband's FAT got moved again. So why am I telling you this story? If my husband's FAT had gone on when he would have been out of the country. And then we'll be navigating these bombs and everything, evacuate or not, with 5 children. And if my own trip had now gone when I planned to go, because I was going to leave like 26th February, if my own trip had gone, I would have been out of the country. He would have been working full-time online and homeschooling 5 children. So all the things that frustrated me when I was planning the trip, because eventually I took Pakistan off the trip because the connectivity between Pakistan and neighboring countries are difficult, and a lot of them will require you fly back to Oman, Dubai, or Doha, then to fly like to Nepal, because the trip also had Nepal, Bhutan, and then I removed Pakistan for Maldives at the last minute. So I was going to do Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, then go through India and go home from Maldives. And I planned this, and I have all my visas. I have everything booked, activities, hotels, but I'm going to tell you that I am grateful that I'm not stuck out looking at the news, wondering what's happening to my children and having to maybe keep paying hotel, because those that got stuck in Doha and Dubai and co, the government of these countries kept paying their hotel, like took care of them, fed them 3 meals and paid their hotel. But if I got stuck out, it would have been crazy. So in a way, it's disappointing, especially that the news is so controlled by most of the nations that have the bombs dropping on them. So they control what we have at the moment is not journalism. It's just state controlled announcements, right? So we don't know, but you never know the big. Yes, I was going to get to that. The bigger plans. Each time I travel, I say Chidumaga, and people don't know what it means because I'm Igbo and it's Igbo. But in the last few years, especially with the more I travel, I have tapped into my Igbo spirituality, like what my ancestors knew, the way they process things, because contrary to what some people believe, the Westerners didn't introduce God to us. We had our spirituality, the whole of West Africa. We just had a different approach to it, because the more I travel, the more I visit the shrines and religious grounds of other people, I'm starting to see the similarities between what we did. So we all have our chi. From what I understand, every human is a spirit that lives in a body and has a soul. So we all have our spirits. And there's a lot of noise in our world, but if you can just dial back and reflect and just meditate, you will start to be in tune with your chi and things will come to you. Like there are trips now that if I try to book it, I get a pushback. Before I started planning even this trip that is on the line, I wanted to just go to Nepal and hike the Everest base camp for 2 weeks. But I then started to look to recruit my fit friends to do it with me. And at the moment, I could not recruit anybody. And I was not thinking of doing it by myself. And what I heard was, do you want to go and die there? Because high altitudes don't like me. I already noticed in Peru when I hiked the Rainbow Mountain, high altitude does not like me. And that was in a day trip. So doing it for 2 weeks would have been a lot. So I wanted to travel with people I can trust, to have my insurance information and blah, 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 just in case I have an emergency evacuation. So that was why I decided not to do it. So at every point, even when the Pakistan trip started to have K-leg, and I was looking at it, I didn't know God was saving me from the Afghanistan-Pakistan war. They're throwing bombs at each other, but they're focusing on a different bomb. So, and even the Bangladesh at the time, they'd just done an election. There was uncertainty about whether there would be violence post-election. Luckily, there isn't, and it looks stabilized now. Nepal also has a new government. So, and then now with the crisis and gas prices and everything rising, every price of things are going up even there. So maybe it's for the best that I'm stuck at home. I will cancel the trip. I will replan it. Things will stabilize. So just know that no matter what the plan is, it seems trivial because there are children who are starving. There are children who are losing their parents right now. So it seems trivial that I'm talking about travel, but I just want to use it to tell you that no matter what, even if it's a job you didn't get, whatever it is, disappointment you're dealing with now, God could have bigger plans for you. You just have to believe it. I'm going to tell you a few things that the Igbos say, part of that Igbo spirituality. One that I like very much, which is probably one of my favorite Igbo sayings, Onyekwe, Chiekwe. And it means that what you agree to, your destiny supports it. So basically, as if your faith activates your destiny. And it's not just faith in God, it's faith in yourself, it's faith in something. But basically, the Igbos strongly believed that faith activates destiny. And I looked for parallels with the Bible because a lot of people that merged Igbo spirituality with Christianity, which is what happened in most places that Christianity, overrode their traditional religions. And so I looked in the Bible and I also saw something like, according to your faith, be it unto you. It's in Matthew, and in Proverbs, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. So this is the parallel to the Igbo Onyekwe, Chiekwe. So today, I'm going to just advise you to be conscious of what you agree to. Like now, I can tell you that I here have declared and decreed that no matter how long this war goes, nobody in my household, like nobody, will sustain any injury as a result of this war. I'm convinced. Like people have evacuated. Even our company has offered some sort of evacuation, like the flexibility to evacuate. I have a Saudi visa, but I'm convinced that for now and at this moment, we are safe here. That's why we're still in Doha, because we have 5 kids. Homeschooling them is a lot more comfortable here. So that's why we're still in town and we're unafraid. So the second one is Onye buruchi uzo, ogbabu onwe ya n'ọsọ, is an Igbo saying that says that if you go ahead of your chi, your God, your personal God, your angel, every religion and culture has a different thing they call it. Like in Hindu, it will be Atman. In Greek, Genius. In Shinto, Kami. But in Igbo, Chi. Igbo say, Onye buruchi uzo, ogbabu onwe ya n'ọsọ, which means if you go ahead of your God, you run into exhaustion, because you will run. So basically, you should, so the Bible parallel is to everything there is a season. It can be found in Ecclesiastes and Isaiah. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. So I am very convinced in my God, in my chi, that we're safe here. And I don't know what it is that's confusing you right now, but I need you to tap in. Just tap in that what you agree to, that your faith can actually influence your destiny. And the third one, yes, we're all going to be able together by the time we stay on this community, because, you know, I don't know why. Maybe it's the way the war happened in Nigeria and the Igbos were marginalized during the Biafra war. So people tend to, especially if you go out to Lagos, not to be too Igbo. You speak some Yoruba, you speak Pidgin, you try to be ethnically ambiguous. But it can't even work anymore, because if we continue like this as Igbos, our language will go extinct. So we actually need to keep speaking and keep tapping into the ancient wisdom and this kind of stuff. So the third one is Chi anaghị ehi ụra. The Chi does not sleep. God does not sleep. Once Chi never sleeps. And Bible parallel can be found in Psalm. He who watches over Israel neither sleeps nor slumbers. So the belief reflects the idea of a constant divine presence watching over one's life. So this is why I travel solo. I plan my trip, I go. I don't worry about things. Like last year, bombs started flying. I left Israel that day. I got to Jordan, and then the bombs were flying. I was not panicked at all. I waited till they opened airspace. I came back to Doha. The war followed me back to Doha. No panic this time around. And thank God that I am not panicking. It has helped us stabilize our children. So far, every supply is available. So we don't need to hoard water, toilet paper, tomato, whatever. Everything is still in the shop. The roads are good. Next, by weekend, it will be Eid. So the Ramadan is going to finish under this cloud of war. The day before yesterday, we had more than 24 hours of no bomb, no alerts. So I was like, oh God, maybe the negotiations are working. Maybe the UN resolution, Security Council resolution asking them to stop bombing Gulf states is working. Maybe. I had hopes. Then last night we went to bed. Around that time, 1:30, alarm, ping, then over my head. We were on the balcony to look. We came back, laid down. A few hours later, the second blast went ahead of the alert. So as the blast is going, we're hearing the phone. And each time this happens, you wake up. Luckily, my children don't wake up from the blast. And they're not scared. So they're not even in my bed kicking me all night. They're sleeping well all night. And because we now have to homeschool, and then last week, the first week, we had to start homeschooling from 8:30 with regular call-ins with the school on Zoom. Then last week was from 10 to 12:30. So they shortened the day even more. So we can all sleep. Like if the blast happened in the night, we can decide to sleep till 7, 8. freshen everybody, feed everybody, start the homeschooling. And Xavi is going for his speech therapy. So I'm going out with Xavi. So at the moment, we are hopeful, we are prayerful. We hope that this war ends soon because people are suffering. And if this war is allowed to fester, the suffer will be even more. My heart breaks for all the people who are directly impacted by the war. Like, it affects all our lives, right? Because your freedom, even your mental health is affected by the war. But I'm talking of the children who have become orphaned, the children who have become amputated, parents who are looking for their children, people who have become homeless, people who cannot feed themselves, even at Iftar, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in parts of Iran, as a result of this war. It's been heartbreaking to look at the news, to look at the people who are dying senselessly while we watch the news, and the aim or the objective of the war keep changing every Eke market day. And I'm on ground. I can tell you how a few people are feeling, but we don't know. Like, the government is quite forthcoming, if you ask me. So they're giving us, like, every day they tell us the missile count, how many they shot down, and they just give you normal alerts. If the prime minister and different officials will make a statement. So we're looking at the news. We keep refreshing the news. We're just hoping that we'll refresh the news and hear that, Iran has agreed. It is settled, like the war is over. No bomb will come here. The Strait of Hormuz will open. Because even like by next week, if this Strait of Hormuz is not open, everybody's tank will be full. So everybody will have to stop production. Like, first of all, LNG production has stopped in Qatar. And then, different plants will be lowering because you can't ship it. And then at some point, you have to shut everything down. And maybe the staff don't need to be here if they're not working and those kind of things. So there's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen, but we are hopeful. And we believe, we're hopeful that this situation, this unknown situation ends soon. But we're thankful that we're healthy, we're strong, we're safe. So that's what I just wanted to say. That's what's happening. That's what's going on here. So not much. And Arsenal is going to play in 10 minutes. And as a good Arsenal fan, I need to be in front of my TV. So thank you for joining. Thank you for sending your prayers and thoughts. Thank you for checking up on me and my family in the DM. I am very grateful. And yes, keep an eye on my countdown to 40. I turned 40 on 22nd of April. And I'm accepting cash. So send me a DM, okay? Have a good night. Bye.